Fantasy is a place where imagination runs free, beyond the limitations of our real world. Join me as I explore some fantastical gardens, while considering some defences of the fantasy genre, as well as my own journey with it throughout my life. Escapism is probably the biggest criticism I have heard concerning fantasy. That's something I've never truly understood, for I believe everyone partakes in escapism in their own way. In fact, I believe we need to sometimes. The criticism shouldn't be around something being escapist, but rather if it is a fruitful or healthy form of escapism. From a personal standpoint, during the most difficult moments in my life, I have found solace in stories of perseverance and overcoming obstacles against all odds. Perhaps it's in those times we need to experience such successes, even if it is vicariously through the experiences of a fictional character. There are many books which remind me of chapters in my life. That's the book that got me through this dark hour. That's the series that swept me through that summer, and that's the story that helped me get back on my feet again. Do you have any books or games or shows that have helped you get through things? I'd love to hear about them in the comments below. I'll even include a few of my own favourites in the description. I've found fantasy to be a brilliant place to explore ideas. It's one of the main reasons I enjoy writing it. Fantasy can serve as a mirror of society, exploring what drives humanity and the situations we find ourselves in, without bringing the baggage and associations of the real world within it. Within fantasy stories, I've witnessed the exploration of the detriment of greed and power, the erasure of dignity and freedom of entire groups of people, of pain and hope, of the importance of community and honesty, of having voice and fighting for what is right, of the ways people manipulate and corrupt and love and hate and fear. It is a place we can look at ourselves. We see truths we might not dare to in reality. It is within stories we learn to avoid the mistakes of others. Our ancestors first used stories as warnings to avoid this river, or this creature, or this kind of person. It was a place where we could learn about the horrors of the world from the safety of our hearth. I think some people don't trust fantasy because they consider it not to be real. But what I think some people don't understand is that fantasy is just a different setting for real things. I'm personally of the belief that we are all capable of imagination. Some of us just resist its pull more than others, for fear of floating away. Perhaps some fear enjoying the alternate reality more than the actual reality. For me, I find that taking pleasure in alternate realities brings a new pleasure to my current reality. know this is a bit of a funny one to mention, but I consider fantasy to be a great groundwork for improving working memory, and the world building and all those factors involved take a lot more brain power to actually understand. I think that's one of the things I enjoy about fantasy, the mental challenge that is involved with this pastime, I suppose. I've also always been a lover of history and mythology and what humans believed in the early days, and what takes part in a lot of fantasy stories is actually just things that were part of our human belief system. And that's something that has always fascinated me, thinking about what our ancestors thought all those years ago. What do you love about fantasy? I'd love to hear your opinion, because we all have different reasons as to why we enjoy this wonderful genre. I hope you have some time this week to explore the wonders of your imagination, be it through books or stories or your own creations. Until next time, I hope you have a fantastical week.